Hey guys, this is Leon Marble here. Just doing a drive and talk, a mobile chit chat, whatever you want to call it. Let me fix my camera here. Yeah, what's up? Alright, cool. So yeah, this one's going to be about the Final Fantasy VII demo that leaked recently, and my thoughts about it because I've seen it. Seen some things in it that are crazy. Won't say too much just because I don't want it to be taken down, but I'm going to share my thoughts on just Final Fantasy in general, what it means to me, what is to come, what I want in the game. I mean, to be honest with you, I hate to sound morbid, but I have to stay alive just to play this game, if for nothing else. Like, this game is so impactful for me. Growing up as a kid, my first experience with role-playing games, I always played them. I played the SNES ones on and off. Got really addicted to them, really loved them. But I appreciate them for their little 8-bit glory, how good they were. And so when I saw Final Fantasy VII for the first time, I'll never forget it. I was in high school. And yeah, it was this little, I don't mean to talk bad about it, but this heavy-set, nerd-looking dude. I never had a problem with people, but I mean, that's just the description of what he was. I'm just telling a story. Heavyset, nerd-looking dude, all by himself on the bleachers, and we were in gym, and this dude was engrossed in the biggest gaming magazine I've ever seen, like a strategy guide. It was like a Bible. Like, I've never seen a strategy guide that big. It's, you know, usually you see game strategy guides, they're like, you know, yay thin or whatever. And it was huge. And so I was like, what in the world are you playing? Some kind of like Nobunga's Ambition type. That's a throwback. You know, I was thinking he's a nerd. You're playing something stupid. But then I saw on the front cover, and this is like what grabbed me. And also in the demo when they did it, several times in the demo I almost cried. I ain't gonna lie. Romantic. I ain't gonna sit here in front. It's crazy, like the front cover of Cloud looking up at the reactor. Man, it's just like, because it's like he's looking up like we're about to be on a freaking adventure. Like, this is not going to be your mama's, your papa's RPG, your daddy's RPG. This is going to be the mother of all RPGs. It's serious. And to see that book, to see that it's an RPG, I walked up to him and said, what is that? I'm shy, so for me to walk up to somebody and ask somebody, I was like, oh, he's a nerd like me. He'll answer my question because, like, that looks dope. That big old sword, like, I've never seen that before. All the hero characters, they don't usually have a sword like that, you know, unless I'm missing out. But, like, in a video game, that was different, you know, just that front cover alone, you know, so that was just like a good sell. And he was like, yeah, this is Final Fantasy, man. And that's all he said. And he went back to the book. And I saw him week after week, just in the book. I'm like, this game gotta be good. So I said, hey, man, you know, one time he didn't have the book. And so, but he looked like really distraught, like upset. And I was like, well, how'd you like the game? I don't see you reading a book anymore. And he was like, man, it's an experience, man. I never had a game do that before. And he was like, when you play it, you're going to see. And I was like, you know, I'm poor. I don't have enough money. But I did have access to a PlayStation. And when I finally got my own, of course, I continued. But at the time, he let me play the demo. Played the demo, hooked, right? So, amazing game. That was the first RPG that was like 3D-ish. Crazy cool graphics. Serious tone. Already feels like a movie almost. Like, RPGs were like formulaic a little bit, but, you know, man, that game was just crazy. So, then I ended up finally getting my own PlayStation, and that was the first purchase I bought when I got my PlayStation. Was it was actually 2. I got my check, and I was like, I gotta get Resident Evil 2, which is another in my history. No, I bought 2, and then I went back and bought Marvel vs. Capcom. But I bought Final Fantasy 7 and Resident Evil 2. And I was like, yo, I've got like 7 discs. What is this? Like, this is a value. I got 7 whole discs. I'm going to be locked in. And little did I know, that was very true. I lied to you not. I played Final Fantasy 7 almost completely straight. It was like almost a 3-day journey. And then I played it again and, like, you know, got the extras and all that other stuff and looked straight. But I played it straight. It was raw, because back in the day you didn't have no spoilers, YouTube and all this. You played it, you experienced it. And that's the thing, like, you know, millennials or whatever you want to call it, they don't get that. Back in the day, like, when you play something for the first time and you didn't have anybody spoil it, and, you know, only person that could spoil it was some a-hole that would be in the cafeteria, you overhear it, or somebody like, I'm not spoiling it. But people respected Final Fantasy 7 because it was real. It was like the RPG, and people never even knew. Some people didn't never play RPGs before, so it was a good introduction to people who never play RPG, you know. And it was like, okay, this is in 3D. It doesn't look like these little sprite characters. You can actually relate to these characters a little bit more because the graphics are better. They had cutscenes and everything. This game was crazy, like, and I found out the reason why he was depressed, the guy, for 2 reasons. And I came back to him talking. I said, now I know why you was a little sad, because spoiler. I won't even spoil it because I don't know if people, you know, there's a spoiler that happens in the game, huge spoiler. And when that happened, the guy was like, yeah, I never had a character just be like, you know, like that. And I was like, me too. Like, the whole rest of the game, I was like expecting a change. I was expecting it. And so it resonated with me. I remember, because I played it straight like almost 3 days, and I was like, I'm in it. Like, I just had to get bad grades and everything. And I remember seeing that little Starfield animation, and this was before there was spoilers for Avengers and everything you see after the credits. So I actually was doing that, you know, sitting there watching the simulation, like, in awe of this game. The way, and then the music, I never heard like a little theme, and they used the 8-bit theme and not like, it was amazing to me as a kid. And I was just sat up literally for almost like maybe 15-20 minutes just watching that Starfield, thinking something else was going to happen because of the character. I was like, well, what's the ending? Like, is that the true ending? Like, is there more? Like, they ended it awesome. Like, a lot of these games that are out now do not end good. Anime don't end series well. TV series lackluster. But this was a day where they made quality stuff when they really cared about video games. It was of that age, like movies of that age, things of that age. They put quality into it. And this game was full of things to do. Like, it can take you hours, like days, weeks, if you really get into it, playing this game. And things like, you know, the bosses and everything, like, you were invested into this game. And the bosses are still hard to this day. Like, they really, if you play it logistically, I mean, you play it legit, no cheats or anything like that. Like, the bosses will wreck you, you know. Maybe not the main story quest, but, you know, the weapons will wreck you, you know. And that's leading to some of the things I want in Final Fantasy. So, in the remake, I'm sorry, I had root beers on the low, you know, gassy. So, in the remake, there is lots of stuff that I want. And then when they in that scene in the beginning part of the demo, when Cloud looks up at the reactor, absolutely perfect. Like, nerding out. I'm a cool nerd, as you can tell. I don't, like, you know, nerd out too much. I do it in my quiet time, you know. But I nerded out. I almost came to tears. Like, all my memories, all my thoughts of Final Fantasy, all everything, just, it started flowing back like the live stream. Like, oh my God, like, this game is too much. And the music. I'm a musician, as some of you know. You know, I'm not the best musician out here, but I play with my heart. So, music that is the same, created from the heart and like real, like, serious up, like the music to this game is dope. Like even in the demo, right? The main fight music, I was worried about that because as a musician, it's all about flow, right? It's all about, you know, everything that matches what's going on. Like I have mad respect for Killer Instinct, the remake. The music just fits the fight flow. So the music in Final Fantasy, the remake, I was like, that fast tempo won't go with the live action too well. It will seem placed in. So I was expecting something orchestrated. I was expecting it to be an okay track. The way they've remixed that track is awesome, and they do so many other throwbacks. Man, it's just like a compilation in that thing, man. It's crazy. Like it's super crazy. So, man, I'm just like in awe of Final Fantasy. And Cloud is an asshole. He's a straight up asshole. Like Cloud is just, man, Cloud is an asshole. And he has no discrimination, male, women. He's just like, shut up. He's just rude, man. They nailed Cloud. Whoever's the voice actor for Cloud, he nailed it. I even like Barrett. Like I'm like Barrett. I hated his character. I always threw him in the back. Didn't want to play with him. I still don't know how Machine Gun play will be, because the other Final Fantasy before this one, they had a gun character, and he kind of was like, I don't really want to sit here just holding square and just watch him just light people up. I would like him. I would love Barrett to be like a Call of Duty character. Wouldn't that be cool? Just like first person mode, just like for Call of Duty. That would be dope. But they're not gonna do it. They're gonna make him just, you know, bop back and forth with his little machine gun, and you know, you feel no impact. That's the only thing about Barrett, the new Barrett, I don't like. That his battle doesn't flow, and the way the fight flows almost feels a little bit like a game I played before. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I should be shamed for this because the series of games is awesome. I'll come back and put it in the comments, but because I'm not really good at my memory, but that game, the game flow is more action oriented now. So even if they do put that RPG mode in there, this is definitely an action game. People just gonna have to just, I think they threw it in there so that people won't bomb the game before it comes out. But most people are not gonna play that RPG mode. I mean, unless they want to do some, I don't know, some kind of creative live stream, something. But to be real, every character has to feel like that action. You know, when they're fighting, like, you know, you feel like you're that character. Barrett doesn't have that, but the voice acting for Barrett is crazy good. Like when I was wondering a lot of those corny lines that Barrett has, you know, about the planet. I was wondering how that was going to translate well, and Barrett was like, "Don't you feel the energy of the planet? Don't you feel the energy, motherfucker?" Just like he's just like really into it, right? And that's what I love. And then Cloud's just like, "Man, you need help." It's just like, yeah, anybody. It's like almost meta. A lot of the stuff that they do in the banter is meta. Even they have a conversation between him and Cloud, like, how old are you? And it makes you think as a fan, like, oh, how old is Cloud? And Cloud's like, because his memory's jacked up. He doesn't know how old he is, who he is, and you know, he's struggling with that. But it's also kind of a meta commentary, like, you know, with anime characters, and you know, it's just like, you know, people always wonder that, like, how old is this character? He's acting like a 30-year-old, but then other times he acts like a 13-year-old. So it's just, you know, it feels meta. It was awesome. I love that conversation. And then when Barrett was just like, "Get your ass," like, yo, Barrett, I love it. Like they ad-lib their American lines, like American dialogue. Usually, I kind of don't like it. I usually like the Japanese voiceovers because they're so energetic and it just sounds so like they love their job. These actors are going crazy with these lines. I actually love Jesse. Oh man, like in the original Jesse and Wedge, I could care less what happens in the story. Literally, when it happens, I'm like, who cares? But it's gonna be almost it's gonna almost be like the main loss, you know, of many characters in the game. Like, you're gonna actually care about these characters and the way they're writing them. I actually care already. I'm just watching the demo. I'm just listening to these characters banter back and forth, and it's perfect. Like it's like watching a movie, and when they repeat their lines, I don't mind. I would love some variation You know, kind of like MK. I think MKX is just Slam Sports or that. Cause, you know, you have different variations of intros, and you know, I would be happy if they reuse the audio that exists in the game. Like, just reuse the assets. But you know, I'm just being picky because this is like the game of my life. So, but for right now, to be living up to my expectations with this, it's just freaking crazy. This game is amazing. I already got the pre-order thanks to Com. Man, I ain't want nothing else for Christmas but that damn pre-order. For real. That damn pre-order was everything to me. I dedicate my soul. It's just like, calm. She don't even know. Like, she had no idea of the ramifications. And the funny thing is, I'll let her watch this game. She cares nothing about video games, by the way. I'll let her watch this video game. It's going to go over her head. But it means something to me because as a little nerd, quiet guy, and an addict, all by myself, I didn't really have nothing to do per se, like life or anything. I was just homebody. This thing gave me life. I made so many music tracks off of this game. I still play Final Fantasy stuff in the church, and people be getting into it, and I'm like, this is a Final Fantasy song, basically. I'll be stealing chords and stuff. Oh, every musician has done that really loves what they do. They put video game music in church. This is what they do because it's fun, you know. But man, Final Fantasy, this game is going to be amazing. It really is. So like, favorite, subscribe, you guys. Com said hit the bell, make sure you do it, so you get the latest, and let me know what you think about the game. If you've never been a Final Fantasy fan, now's the time to be. It is an awesome experience. If you don't know what RPG is, you get to immerse yourself in all these different character types except for Cave Sith, because Cave Sith sucks.